Broadcasting worldwide to every nation, this is the Gospel America Television Network. Broadcasting to every nation on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and online at gospelamerica.net.
And we're gonna go for 6 reps right now. I have on 2 down. Pause for a second. 1, 2. Explode up. So the first exercise of our power circuit is going to be 1 kettlebell slide board reverse lunge. So the reason why I use slide boards is simply because what it does is it forces the pressure to be exerted on the front knee of the leg that you are stabilizing yourself on. So say for example, this is my sliding leg. So my left leg is my sliding leg. My right leg is going to be my dominant leg. So this is going to be my dynamic. All I'm going to do, I'm going to slide back and I'm going to pop back up. And so what's happening right here is most of the pressure is being forced to be placed on the posterior chain of the front leg, right? So it's going to be placed on the hamstrings as well as the glutes as well. You're also going to get some quad action in there as well. So try this with me. We're going to go slide board reverse lunge. So I'm going to rack my kettlebell. My right leg is going to stabilize me. So from here, I'm not going to be externally rotated, but I'm going to be internally rotated. I want to make sure that I close those blinds, AKA pushing my belly button into my rib cage. So from here, I want to think down. I'm going to pause for a second. 1, 2, explode up. Down. Pause for a second. 1, 2, explode up. And I went 6 reps on each side. Down, 1, 2, explode up. Down, 1, 2, explode up. Perfect. All right. Then from there, I'm gonna go into a glute ham. Find yourself a wall. From there, I want you to think about grabbing the wall with your feet. It's gonna be pretty hard to do with shoes. I'm gonna do shoes for right now, but typically I like to do barefoot. So I'm gonna think about grabbing the wall with my feet. From there, I'm gonna close those blinds while driving my hips forward. I'm gonna reach out, creating a nice circular motion in my upper back. So I'm here, and I'm driving forward. You're gonna feel those glutes and those hamstrings attach on. I'm gonna try to get that for about 10 to 15 seconds. Yeah, so here we're gonna be doing a bench press. For this bench press, we're gonna actually do an eccentric with it. So eccentric means slow on the way down. That means the tempo of the down motion of the movement. So the concentric is pressing up. The eccentric is coming down of the motion. So for here, we like to focus on eccentric motion just to activate some slow twitch muscle fibers, because whenever we're pressing up, we're just repping it out. That's mostly just activating the fast twitch muscles. So it is important to have a balance of slow and fast twitch muscles to get maximum power output. So for this, I'm gonna do 6 reps. It's gonna be eccentric phase, so a 5-second eccentric phase on the way down. Yeah, I know that's pretty tough. And we're gonna go for 6 reps. Right now, I have on 215. All right, so let's get to it. Come on. Come on. All right, let's go. Nope, I should be good. We rolling? 2. What I wanted to focus on was pushing my shoulder blades into the bench as I press up. What that's doing for me is taking some of the pressure off my pectoral muscles and placing some of the stress on my back muscles. So I'm talking about the lats, talking about the traps, all my upper back muscles we're targeting on this muscle right here. Down, 2, 3, 4, 5, up, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. That's all, folks. So for this exercise, for this circuit, we're gonna do a knee dominant exercise. We're gonna do a pull motion, and we're also gonna do a motor control exercise. What motor control exercises are movements in which help you get better at your big lifts. So deadlifts, so squats, so bench presses, and so it's gonna make you more efficient in those exercises. So for a 2 kettlebell rack squat, I like 2 kettlebell rack squats specifically because what it does is holding the racks or holding the kettlebells in this position right here, it forces you to stabilize your core. If you don't stabilize your core, the kettlebells are going to fall. I'm not too big of a fan of back squats just because of the compensation and the exertion that it places on your lower back. And I have so many clients and so many athletes come to me with lower back pain from squatting incorrectly. So I like 2 kettlebell rack squat just because we're in this nice safe position. We're also focused on forearm and grip strength and not just lower body strength. So 2 kettlebell rack squat. So I don't have my shoulders externally rotated, so I'm not here, but I'm here. Internally rotated, I'm gonna close those blinds. From there, I'm gonna spread the floor with my feet. And I'm down, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. Down, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. So on there, notice how I kept my knees out. So whenever I squatted, I wasn't pushing my knees in. I'm pushing my knees out, elbows in, going into that squat motion. I'm gonna do my supine hip flexion holds. So with the supine hip flexion holds, we're gonna target and tax these hip flexors right here. I see a lot of clients that come to me with tight hip flexors from not being able to squat correctly, from over squatting and not stretching enough. So I have a big emphasis on motor control exercises. So I'm down. So I want you to find a band, nice band. You're gonna place it around both feet. From there, what you're gonna do is from there, I'm gonna place my arms up, place my head down on the mat. I'm gonna pull both my knees into my chest. From there, I'm gonna fully extend one leg. I'm gonna hold this position for about 5 seconds. And I'm back up. Again. And I'm back up. One more time. And I'm back up. Same exact thing, opposite leg. And I'm back up. And I'm back up. And one more time. One thing I want you to focus on is breath right here. Letting the body know it's safe. That is something that you're gonna hear me preach very often. All right, so the second exercise is gonna be that pull motion as I was stating previously. So we're gonna do a pull-up. I like doing pull-ups because they're a huge compound movement, and with compound movements, you're gonna get maximum muscle growth out of compound movements, whereas just doing normal dumbbell curls. So it's more functional, and you're also gonna be able to do a pull-up in real life if you ever need be. Say if you have to get away from something, doing a pull-up is very necessary. So doing curls 24/7, yes, you know, curls get the girls. We know that, we understand that. But at the same time, we wanna apply daily functions, right? So we wanna apply what we're doing in the gym to daily functions. So we're not just training to look good, but we're also training for life. So with pull-ups, I like to keep my elbows nice and tucked, so I'm not here, I'm here. From there, I like to squeeze my lats together, engaging my lats together. You're gonna see that motion. I'm gonna show you that motion once I hop up there. So with the pull-ups, we're gonna get about 6 of those with a 2 to 3 second eccentric phase on the way down. I'm gonna fully extend down. I'm gonna rise back up, squeezing that bicep at the top position. All right, let's get to it. One, two. All right. And that's the pull-up. That's the pull-up. So in the pull-ups, I wanna make sure that I'm staying nice and tight with my elbows. My lats are staying nice and engaged. And I wanna think up, down, nice and controlled. We're gonna try to maximize time under tension. So with that, we're just gonna get 3 sets of 6 on that. Perfect. So we just completed our workout. So again, I like to do a stretch before every single workout to prep the body for the stress that we're going to put on it. From there, we like to do something called a power circuit, a power block, which essentially serves as like a warm-up to, again, prep the body for the movements that we're going to be producing. And so in our power circuit, we did explosion, we did power, we also did motor control. Motor control is essentially movements that make you more efficient in your big time movements. Then for the actual circuits, we did a hip dominant exercise with the slide board reverse lunge. We also did a knee dominant exercise with the 2 kettlebell rack squat. We did a push exercise with the eccentric bench press. We also did a pull exercise with the pull-ups as well. Then last but not least, we also got some core in as well with the supine hip flexion, also with the glute hams. We got a little core activation. We also got core activation within the Turkish get-ups as well in the power circuit. So without further ado, I like to focus on strength, but conditioning is so much more important, or just as important as strength. So here we're about to do something called 15 seconds on, 10 seconds off sprints with the assault bike. Assault bikes are actually one of the top 3 rated cardiovascular exercises in the United States. So with this exercise, you kind of have a push motion, you also have a pedaling motion. So not only are we getting lower body activation, but we're also getting upper body activation. So say for example, you're doing this as opposed to doing a treadmill. With the treadmill, it's essentially just gonna be a leg movement. Unless you're sprinting, that's gonna be a more full body exercise than the fat burning exercise. But this is actually one of the most #1 fat burning exercises that you can do. So you can either pull, you can pull with it like this, or you can push. Whatever works best for you. Personally, I like to push. It's a little bit easier for me. I also feel like my push muscles are a little bit stronger than my pull muscles. We're working on balancing those, but for the time being, that's where we're at. All right, so let's go ahead and start. We're gonna go 15 seconds on. And we're gonna go 3 rounds. And we wanna stop, we wanna rest. Again, we're breathing right here. Five seconds down. And we're going again. And we're resting 15 seconds. This is tough. This is tough. I'd be lying if I said this was easy. And let's work. Last second. Woo! That was challenging. That's what you call work right there. That pretty much sums it up. Strength and conditioning. I like to do conditioning towards the end just because you're exerting everything that you have left. So that's a functional workout with Moving with Myles. Thank you guys for tuning in. God bless you. Remember, 1% better every day. Remember your goals. Remember your why. Remember your vision. Remember your mission. Have a good one. And we're gonna go for 6 reps right now. I have on 2 down. Pause for a second. 1, 2. Explode up. Down, 2, 3, 4, 5.